cheese on it. Oh, beautiful.
I know, mate. Look at her. Look at them chainsaws, eh? Oh, lovely power tools. Lovely.
Look at her shaking it. She's shaking it, and then look at it. Oh, bleeding Noir, I can't help it. It's beautiful.
Listen, mate, I know it's beautiful, but get out of here and go and kidnap Danny Nightmare because he's got some stuff to do for this channel. Whoa, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Look at boobs on her. Ooh, hello, gorgeous. You know you're onto a beast of a movie when it sets the tone of this voluptuous piece of sleazy cinema with this. The chainsaws used in this motion picture are real and dangerous. They are handled here by seasoned professionals. The makers of this motion picture advise strongly against anyone attempting to perform these stunts at home, especially if you are naked and about to engage in strenuous sex. Chainsaws and strenuous sex? Oh, lovely. Don't mind if I do. But first, let's set the stage, shall we? Here's a prostitute that's part of an Egyptian chainsaw sex cult. The scene is set with a dark background, so the viewer is forced to focus on her and her alone. She's smoking a cigarette while being questioned by a detective. She gets the blood flowing by telling us and the detective that she took her clothes off and her victim's clothes off too. Oh, that's saucy. She then gives the audience a tickle and is asked how many times she slept with that lucky son of a bitch. Not that that's even relevant. And she happens to reply with this.
Oh, I don't know. Once, maybe twice. He was doing okay.
After going heels to Jesus, twice I may add, this guy tells her that he has no precedents to dish out. She tells the faceless detective that she then took a sexual enhancement device.
This is getting heavy.
Then this happens.
And is this the device?
Yeah, that's it.
Then what did you do?
I'll show you.
This, you beautiful, sick, disturbing friends of mine, is how you start a damn movie. There's zero messing around. He's straight to the point and tells us that we're in for a movie that's going to be a sleazy noir of tits, chainsaws and sex cults. So get those chainsaws ready and get ready to plow. Let's cut our way through Hollywood chainsaw hookers. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is directed by Fred Olen Ray. Fred's directed a wide range of movies, but I'll let you look into that, as that's the least interesting thing about this lad. I did all of the googling on this chap, and I found out that Ray has his own independent wrestling production called ACW, where he wrestles under the damn smooth name of Fabulous Freddie Valentine. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers stars Gunnar Hansen, yes, that Gunnar Hansen, who plays the leader of the Egyptian chainsaw cult. Chainsaws and Gunnar Hansen? I see what you did there, you sly dogs, you sly dogs. Whoa. We also have that cheeky peach Leanna Quigley. Oh yes, that Leanna Quigley, who plays Teen Samantha. She goes missing and Papa Smooth. John Henry Richardson, who plays sleazy overworked detective Jack Chandler, is on the case to find out what's become of her. We're thrown into the aftermath of the ending to this movie, where Jack's having a well-earned smoke after solving the mystery of the whereabouts of Samantha. While Samantha rests up on the sofa, Jack narrates the events of the case, where we're introduced to the West Side Bar. It's a dark, sleazy place with a dark, sleazy door, and through that dark, sleazy door is a sleazy bar, and in that sleazy bar are sleazy people, and in those sleazy people is AIDS. AIDS. Use protection, kids. Do you want to know who else was in this bar? Two of our patrons, High Ground Cantina and Short Story Slam. They were both kicked out. Short Story Slam was trying to snort blow off the strippers' Winnebagos, while High Ground Cantina couldn't keep his hands to himself. Dirty buggers. Dirty buggers. Anyway, Jack explains that in this sleazy bar, every now and then someone unsubscribes from life. We see two ladies of the night preying on horny men. Mama Mercedes is a woman. and finds a fella that's had one few too many and he wants to plow. Ron Jeremy here thinks he's going to Rainbow Mountain, but things get a little suspicious when Tits McGee gets out her beaver and proceeds to cover up a picture of Elvis. Then she puts on a shower cap and then tells Ron that she gets a little carried away.
Sometimes I get carried away.
Oh, woman! She then gives Ron a sexy massage. Then, while Dirk Diggler is tied up, Mercedes goes into a drawer for a dirty toy. It's not any old toy though, it's a darn chainsaw. Then she cuts his ass raw. Shout out to Limp Bizkit.
Oh, take me to heaven. Take me to heaven.
Your request is my demand!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is only 15 minutes in. In the 15 minutes, it's told us what we're in for with a killer start. It's already been everything that the movie title claims it to be. It's in Hollywood and it has chainsaws and hookers. We've also had full frontal nudity, bless those women.
Oh, I can't believe it. She's had her rat out in the first few minutes.
Calm down, JJ, calm down, lad, bleeding hell.
I'm just gonna hang out in my room, MM.
Oh yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are, you dirty little swine. You dirty swine. And don't forget to wash your hands after. They stink of fish afterward. They stink of fish.
Alright, don't tell everybody.
They already know anyway. Look at state of you dirty bastard.
And anyway, I've got a special guest today, and in no way, shape or form have I forced him to do this. I will repeat myself, I have not forced him to do this. He really, really wanted to do this himself. He really, really did. And he's been kind enough to join us to give us the facts. Take it away.
Well, looks like you got me all tied up to yourself for the moment, so, sure. I'll tell you some fun facts. First fun fact, there is no such thing as a fun fact. Yeah, how about untying me? No? Alright, well, fine. Hi, I'm Danny Nightmare, and I'm a horror addict. And, here's some fun facts on Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. The original title was Chainsaw Hookers. The video distribution company LA Video wanted Hollywood in the title. And then when it was released in the UK, it was called Hollywood Hookers. Sounds like a whole different movie if you ask me, but apparently it was illegal to use the word chainsaw, so they just had a silhouette of a chainsaw in the title between Hollywood and Hookers. You can see that the bartender is credited as Dookie Flyswatter. His stage name for when he's in the band Haunted Garage. Sometimes he's credited as that, but his real name is Michael Sonia. He's also a screenwriter. He wrote Blood Diner, for one. But I best know him as the voice of the imp from Sorority Babes in the Slime Bowl-orama.
That's enough facts right now. I'm going to carry on with this, but JJ, leave him alone. Don't fondle him while he's tied up. Do not do it. We don't treat our guests like that. Meanwhile, across town there's another murder, when this guy's picked up by another prostitute from the Egyptian sex cult. She's asked to pose with a baseball bat. Well, Pervy McPerverson here takes pictures of her. Then, wham! She knocked Bill Cosby unconscious and made chicken McNuggets out of him. Tasty. Our boy Jack heard that the girls hang out at the sleazy bar from earlier, and just like clockwork, woman Mercedes turns up. Then she buys Jack a drink. Then Jack notices that there's a woman on stage doing some saucy dancing. But that's not just any woman, that's Samantha, with her chi-chis out on show. Oh la la, mon ami, je ne sais quoi, mi amore. But before Jack can do anything, he passes out. Jack's been drugged by Mercedes. Jack wakes up. It's like one of my favourite dreams. He's tied up. Then he meets the leader of this chainsaw cult. Yes, Gunnar Hansen. This is typical of a villain. And guess what he does? Instead of making a bacon burger out of Jack, he tells Jack the entire plan. Then Mercedes tries to gut Jack like a fish, but these silly sausages forgot to put gas in the chainsaw. So they head on out and tell Samantha to keep an eye on Jack. It's Jack's lucky day though. Samantha unties Jack and opens up, and she explains that she never actually was kidnapped and went missing. She actually joined the cult herself in order to take them down from the inside. Just like AIDS. Again, use protection.
Twitter's been quite positive about the film recently when I've been into the Twitterverse, reading tweets, so let's get onto Twitter and have a read about what people have got to say about Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. But I've got to say, why the hell do you people put pictures of your food on Twitter? I don't care what you eat. So, why? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get on with it. Right then, here's one. We've got Zachary. Oh geez, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. I guess you can call that a movie. Yeah, you can. It is a movie, Zachary. It is a movie. We'll see what the next smart Alex got to say. Hey, finally somebody with taste. Diana Darcy the Mail Girl. I always want to watch Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Of course you do, of course you do. It's a good film. It's a good film. A woman with taste. Hello, Jim. Let's see what Jim's got to say. Serious question. Oh, we're serious now. Gotta get a serious hats on. Hello, Chainsaw Hookers or Frankenhooker? That's a very easy one for me. Frankenhooker is one of my favourite movies, so I'm going with that one. Hey, it's Chris. How you doing, pal? Nice one, mate. Let's see what he's got to say. This message from HCH may be the best opening to any movie ever. You know what? I actually agree with the guy. It is a really good damn opening. You instantly know that it's going to be trash. But good trash as soon as you read this. So yeah, see what others have got to say about it. Hopefully it's all good. Look, it's Steve Trash Cinema. Let's see what Steve's got to say. It's been said before many times that Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is our favourite film of all time. How do we get Leanna Quigley on the show? I don't know, mate. I actually don't know. Send her an email, DM her on Twitter. I don't know. Talk to her agent. But apart from that question you just asked me, yeah, I agree. It's bloody great, and I'm glad it's your favourite film of all time. On to the next one. It's Binge Movies. What would they have to say? I love bad movie titles like Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Alright, what are some of your favourites? Film Twitter, some of my favourites. Well, it's definitely not fucking Shark Exorcist or anything from Wild Eye, I can tell you that. Probably Frankenhooker, like what we saw earlier. It's one of my favourite films. Anyway, Twitter's been quite positive today, hasn't it? So yeah, let's get back on with this. So for me, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers has been a very attractive watch. It seduced me with scenes that look like they smell of cigarettes and alcohol, while achieving to arouse the darker side of my humour of dry, dark comedy that will fill your hungry belly with giggles galore. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers manages to nail down the same tone throughout with its outright sleazy noir tone of the film. Let's indulge ourselves into more chainsaws and hookers. But first, here's some more facts from Danny.
When Michelle Bauer is dancing to the Elvis song, she pantomimes to her ring, and she just her movements are a little off compared to the song. It's because she was dancing to a different Elvis song. The scene where Lisa kills Hermie is filmed at the director Fred Olin Ray's house. There you go, a little sneak peek into how he lives. Doing pretty good for himself, it looks like. The bar scene is entirely crew, including that 10-year-old right there who's actually a young Chris Ray. He grew up to be quite the horror director himself. Did all the Mega Shark Versus series, the two-headed shark movie, the three-headed shark movie. Man, he likes sharks, let's tell you that much. Shark Week, and of course his masterpiece, Dick Dickster. John Henry actually headbutted Linnea Quigley for real. They rented those temple walls from the movie House 2, the second story. In fact, that mummy case is from the movie Vamp. It even has Grace Jones's face on it. The girls that are clapping for the sacrifice scene were actually ladies from the street, whatever that's supposed to mean. But apparently, not only were they hard to work with, but they drank all the rap beer afterwards. Fitting enough, this movie actually premiered at the Egyptian Theater. Clips of Linnea Quigley wearing nothing but body paint actually aired all over TV. The stations thought she was wearing a tight top, but no, that's just body paint. Okay, Rock and Roll Pumpkin, untie me and do your own damn job.
I think that's enough for now. JJ, feed and water him.
I'm on it.
Jack and Samantha find out that there's a sacrifice that night at the Temple of Psycho Chainsaw Hookers. So with their paths of revenge and solving the case, Samantha and Jack team up to take this skin-peeling cult out once and for all. Just like the unlucky bastards that Jack and Sam are, they instantly get captured, and they meet the two main female protagonists. Then poor Sam gets injected with a calming drug right up the peach.
Oh, come on. I'm sure you've been stuck by worse than that tonight. And I hope you enjoyed your little piece because it will be your last. And now it's your turn to be a piece. Or should I say, pieces.
Lovely. Now that everything's going to plan for Leatherface, it's time for the main event. It's time for a good old-fashioned sacrifice. But first, it's time for a virgin dance with double chainsaws. Who is this sacrifice, I hear you ask? Why, it's Jack. Gunner can't start the chainsaw, can't get it up, so Jack gets lippy.
Prepare to meet Anubis.
Yeah, well, I'll just scurry on home and slip into my tux. Did I just think of hiring a full-time mechanic? You know, when I was a kid, I used to have the same problem with my old man's lawnmower. He used to get the same expression on his face.
Oh, shut up!
Jack's about to meet his demise when Samantha turns on Leatherface and turns him into a kebab. Samantha, not being satisfied with taking the cult leader out, then has a chainsaw battle with Mercedes and turns her into chop suey. The rest of the cult make a run for it but end up getting chased down by the cops. Jack asks his boss if he can get off work early. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is a movie that I feel wouldn't be damaged by a sequel, so they give a sequel bait, although Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers never actually received one. Which was a damn shame, as they hint that the cult leader is still alive. Final thoughts. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is a diamond in the rough. When I originally found out about this movie, I figured that it was one of those awful movies that try to hook you in with an off-the-chain title, and to my surprise, it delivered. It's jam-packed with nudity, chainsaws, bad taste humour and detective shenanigans. Although Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is classed as a comedy horror, there's hardly any gore, but that doesn't take away any love that I have towards this film, as it doesn't need gore in order to be a fun movie. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is a sleaze fest of a film, and I'm always down for sleaze in horror. However, it does ride the fine line of being a horror, as I find it to be more of an investigative flick than a horror, as the movie wasn't intended to scare. Take the nudity and bad jokes away and this could easily be viewed by anybody. Overall, I adored this film. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is cheap cinema, but it is not trash cinema. If you have an insatiable love for sleaze, then check this out. If you've seen Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. Be good to yourselves by checking out my buddy's channel Horror Addicts. The link to the channel is in the description below. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Anyways, from one weird film to another, here's what's next.
You are one nasty bitch, dude. But somehow, I am gonna figure out your secrets.
Shit, Jip. Get your little ass over here and smoke this shit.
Best City. Life gives you lemons. I make gingerbread men.
I got you now, bitch.
You are a beast with that bomb.
Let society keep the boot around my neck.
Fuck you, man. Next time I feel you. It's so good to see you.
Rabbit?
I have learned from my past mistakes. What the hell are you, anyway?
What the hell am I? What the fuck are you?
Here's Gingy. Wild sex and weed.
If you want more from me, Of course you do. I now post written movie reviews on Letterboxd. The link's below. Stop by and say hi, you gorgeous bastards. For those that are in the cult, thank you for supporting the channel. It would be nothing without you. Now get out there and spread the word, as there's always more room in the cult of massacre. Have a lovely week. Stay gorgeous. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Silly. JJ, get a wash, you filthy swine, you smell like salmon.
This is a quick message for High Ground Cantina and Short Story Slam. Thank you so much for being a Patreon. Will no longer pimp me out anymore because he doesn't have to. He usually does it to huge convicts with just huge, massive dongs. Thank you very, very much. He's not going to do it anymore. He says he's not. Oh, just thank you. Silly.